Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Beautiful sister, if you're listening to this, I can imagine you're considering wholeness coaching. Maybe you've thought of a variety of different ways to address the things that are constantly on your mind, always stressing you out, or even just like a cloud following you through life. That is honestly me speaking about my own situation, my own experience, and I'm not wishing that on anybody. I just realized that a lot of us don't even recognize that this constant feeling of grayness is not how life should be, and that it is completely okay. And I have to say this part because I think I'm speaking to a version of me as I say this. It is halal to recognize when things aren't as good as they could be and to find the avenues that are pleasing to Allah that can help you get to where you want to be mentally, emotionally, physically. I really think one of the best places to start is with someone who knows what it is that you genuinely don't know how to fix. They know how to fix it. They're recognizing they have the ability, they have the credentials, and they have the tools necessary to get you out of a rut. Now imagine that this person is also a Muslim. They also have the tools within Islam, the approach to getting you not only closer to a better you, a more healthy you, a more emotionally competent you, but a more mentally checked in to Islam, checked in to your rights and your abilities and the tools within our religion. I genuinely don't think that there are other women or other practitioners out there that combine the world of psychiatry or therapy or coaching and Islamic components, Quran and Sunnah at least, like Hana does. Sister Hana Al Asri is Allahumma barik. I genuinely cannot explain how I felt when I first found one of her videos on YouTube. I found myself making dua for her, and I never expected to interact with her. Didn't even know about her coaching program. I'm just the person like that. If I find somebody and I find purpose and use in what they share, I ask Allah to bless them in it and that they are someone who can continually do that. And I realized, honestly, looking back, that it was Ramadan and I was asking and begging Allah to help me with the things that were worrying me in my life. And who did I keep finding on my timeline on YouTube when I wasn't subscribed to them yet? You guessed it, Hannah. And so I'm saying this to all of the girls who are extremely busy, who are extremely worn down, who have so many goals, who are extremely, and I mean this, and you probably recognize it in my voice, devoted to the things that we've chosen for ourselves in our life for one reason or another. It is completely halal, completely okay, and completely fair to yourself to realize you need help even as you achieve or aim to achieve your goals. And I honestly, I have to put out the idea that maybe the way we'll achieve our goals is by taking more care of ourselves. And I really think that this program is one of those programs that can honestly help you change your life. And it doesn't even feel fair to this program to say one of those programs because I do think it's literally so unique. I say all of that to say what brought me to coaching, alhamdulillah, were many different things in my life, many different avenues of my life. And I was able to, through working with Hannah and discussing and kind of using all the other women in this program, Allahumma barak, as a sounding board, I was able to address some of the things that I just swept under the rug or that I kind of thought was normal that isn't normal. And in recognizing that, I was able to find new avenues for talking to Allah, new avenues for coming to know myself from all perspectives. And it's there's something to be said about being able to sit with other women who are, for lack of a better word, all on a raft in the middle of the ocean, in drifting in their own direction. We're all trying to stay afloat, and somehow we find a way to help each other, and somehow we find a way to learn from each other's strides, learn from how each person is surviving. And the only thing I can say is having someone on a boat ahead of you, throwing life rafts out for you to continually get your way closer and closer to the shore or to safety, it really changes your mindset from the only way to survive is to continually survive. You can actually fix your situation by being given the tools from someone who knows, someone who has, and use it every single day. I don't want to speak about the exact things that we've done in the program, but I still use them now, and our program is done. And I find myself every now and again taking a moment away, debriefing with myself, taking deep breaths. Breath work is a major part, and I'm mentioning this because Hannah talks about it all the time, and I'm sure everybody's aware. But then there are things that I never have come across outside of her program or before I was in her program, and that I was like, my eyes have been open to now that I've left her program and I'm continually using them. I really think it changed my outlook, honestly, on what I can do for my own emotional state. My experience in the entire program, alhamdulillah, has been great, and I'm a very, very busy person, so it was not easy, honestly. But Hannah made it so easy for me to find a way to continually be a part of it. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I did not feel like I was being left out, like I was being excluded, like I was not getting the actual meat and potatoes. It's very digestible the way she delivers it. And honestly, I didn't expect. I really thought that, I would try this out, I would give my best, give my all, and life, as usual, would take me in a different direction and I wouldn't be able to benefit. But because I had that devoted mindset at the beginning and the way the program is set up, it I wasn't able to disconnect. I wasn't. You'll see what I mean, but you're physically unable to not go through the process of healing because you're constantly addressing those things in different ways. It's almost like she set the program up to bombard you on a somatic level, on a physical level, an emotional level, and then Islamically put the mindset and the intentionality behind what you're doing. And it's true. It's beautiful. That honestly surprised me the most about the program, but it really, what surprised me the most about my journey, my healing journey, was the fact that I am excited about where I'm going to go with it. I'm excited about finding new things to work on. I'm excited about realizing that these things that really hold us down are genuinely just another page that we need to work our way through, understand ourselves, and go to the next one. And before we know it, we'll have a full, beautiful picture of who we are and be much easier, have a much easier time being ourselves. And that was my goal, honestly, going into the program. I wanted to know myself better and understand what I can do, um, what my potential is, how I can control my I guess these ups and downs, and to kind of regulate my nervous system and have a more, I hate to say it because this is not saying that this is like a medical treatment, but to have a more stable emotional state. And I really think that this gave me that. So, and honestly, my family have recognized it in me, my sisters, my mom. They're more like, they can tell I'm more attuned to what's going on around me. I'm more checked in. I'm more like happy. I feel like I've been a happy person, but maybe I never allowed myself quite literally to feel it, to show it. Um, and I want to say something to any women out there who have childhood trauma, because I have a lot of it. I genuinely think that being a multicultural woman, I grew up enmeshed in two different cultures and being pulled in one direction and pulled in the other and never quite accepted on either side, to end up finding that there was a lot of there was a dichotomy to who I was as a person. There was a lot of feeling like I couldn't exist as one. I had to flip myself to this side of the coin in certain environments and flip myself to this side of the coin in other environments, and that I couldn't exist as myself in any one space. And the program had completely stripped me of that. At first I was so scared, but then through working with Hannah and actively accepting these things through journaling and all these other methods, it became so natural for me. I honestly started doing it without thinking, and I think that's healthy. That's how it's supposed to be. So if any of this resonates with you, any of this makes you feel like you want to give it a shot, For the sake of Allah, make dua, make istikhara, and go for it. Go for it. Genuinely do this for yourself and for the people who rely on you the most. And allow yourself to be a little bit selfish. And it's not selfish, but that's how I thought of it. So I'm trying to speak to the me's of the world. Be a little bit selfish in serving your future self, your family, and yourself as a better Muslimah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah heal you and allow you to get the best out of this program. بإذن الله تعالى.